Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. Let's continue with the tower guide and tutorials. So military monkeys, right now the heli pilot turn. So let's go into sandbox here, Monkey Meadow, to show you this tower. I have deactivated monkey knowledge, of course, to show you the tower as it is by itself. And now the heli is in order the tower that we find that is the most expensive one. So in this case it's gonna be in medium 1.5k cash. Now the description here of the heli says that it's gonna hover wherever you direct it. It's gonna shoot from twin heavy dart guns. So the heli is gonna be another flying tower like the Ace, and so you're gonna gain automatically. You're gonna ignore line of sight and obstacles, so you can fly everywhere in the screen. So the range in this case is unlimited because the tower can reach every part of the screen. And it's gonna ignore obstacles. Now the targeting option of the heli is different from the normal tower, so you're not gonna have a strong first and so on, but you're gonna have instead follow touch. So the heli is gonna just follow whenever you click the screen on. It's gonna either lock in place, so in this case you can say to it where you want it to be locked, so in this case here or whatever. And then the last option is patrol points, so in this case you can set the first point and then the second point, and the heli is gonna just bounce back and forth between these 2 points. Now there is a fourth option that is pursuit that you unlock with the second upgrade in the first tree. That in this case the heli is gonna just follow the balloons and it's gonna try to pop them. So this is the very first upgrade where you don't control the heli, and the heli is gonna just move by itself and it's gonna pop the balloons. Now the general aspects of the heli regarding the attack speed and the range and so on. So the range, as we said, is unlimited because the heli can reach every part of the screen. Then it's gonna the attack speed is pretty high. Damage is 1 layer, and it's gonna shoot from it's gonna shoot 2 darts at the same time. So each dart has 2 of piercing, so the total piercing is 4. And it's 1 layer of damage. So now regarding instead Camo Detection and lead popping power, you can have a specific upgrade for a lead that is the 3rd upgrade in the first path. In this case you're gonna be popping lead balloons not with the darts but with the rotor blades. So you can see here, if I spawn a lead balloon, that only when the lead balloon gets very close and gets hit by the tip of the rotor blades, that is when you're gonna pop it. So you're not gonna pop it with the darts, you're gonna pop it with the rotor blades. Then with the 4th upgrade, you still keep the lead popping power with the rotor blades, but you also gain lead popping power with missiles because the heli is gonna fire some missiles now. And then with the 5th upgrade, you finally get the. Wait a second here. I'm gonna just do this. Now with the basic attacks, you're gonna be able to pop lead balloons because the basic attacks now. So not only with the missiles, but also with the basic attacks that in this case are gonna be laser. Oh, I can't even show it to you, but whatever. Now you can also get lead popping power with the 4th upgrade. So with the Comanches, when you call them in, the Comanches are gonna fire missiles pretty much like the Apache dart ship, and with those missiles you can pop lead balloons. Instead with the 5th upgrade, because you have automatically the Comanches, you have them every time and constantly, you're gonna have lead popping power because of that. So you're not gonna have lead popping power with the main heli. You're gonna have them only on the Comanches and only on the missiles of the Comanches. You can see that the darts, the Comanches don't shoot missiles every time, only every few seconds, and you can see that only the missiles are able to pop Lead Bloons. Now the very final way how you can pop Lead Bloons is with the activated ability with the 5th upgrade. So with the Marine, also where is the Marine? Okay, wait, let me just do it again, maybe a little slower. So this is the 4th upgrade, and then the 5th upgrade. Yeah, here we go. I don't know what happened, but the Marine was, yeah. So if you deploy the Marine, so yeah, again, the Marine has fast attack speed, it has a pretty long range, and so on. And with the Marine, you can pop Lead Bloons. So that's how you can pop Lead Bloons. The Heli itself is not gonna have lead popping power. So if I wait here the Marine to expire and then I try to pop this Lead Bloon with the Heli, I can't. Then regarding instead Camo Detection, there is just one specific upgrade that's gonna allow you to, it's gonna allow the Heli to have Camo Detection. That is this one, the second one in the middle tree. Unfortunately, not even the 5th upgrade in the bottom and in the top path can give the Heli Camo Detection. So you're gonna need 100% this upgrade, or you're gonna need Camo Detection given by external sources like a village or like a wizard and so on. Now regarding the cost, the Heli, as we saw, is a pretty expensive tower. Then the first upgrades are quite cheap, like 300, 800. Second upgrades also quite cheap. Then with the third upgrades, the cost goes a little higher, so 5k, 3k, 1.7k. Then fourth upgrades, very expensive. Each one of them is gonna be 10k or more in medium, so that means in hard and in popable they get even higher. And then fifth upgrades, nothing too much, like 30k, 35k. Yes, it's expensive, but no that much. And 45k the first path. So the best tips I can give to you about this tower is that you have a lot of different uses for it depending on the path that you're choosing. So with the first path, of course, you unlock Pursuit, so in that way you don't have to move the Heli yourself, and that's already a good thing. Then you have lead popping power with the rotor blades, and also frozen popping power. Well, then with the fourth upgrade, you gain a machine gun, you gain missiles, so you gain a lot of damage. And with the fifth upgrade, you have even the laser basic attacks, plus I think more damage from the missiles, and so you gain a lot of damage. So normally the first path is for when you want to have the Heli to do a very high amount of damage, having pursuit mode and just following the balloons and ripping them out. Middle path instead is a little more supportive because it allows the Heli to move faster. Then you have Camo Detection, then you have Downdraft, that is pretty much like a blowing back effect. That is gonna, like here a ceramic, you can see like being blown backwards, and so it can allow you, especially when there are a lot of balloons in the screen, because you can proc the blowback and you cannot let the balloons go through. So it's something like more of supporting stuff. Then with the fourth upgrade, you gain 2 activated abilities, because you gain both the the chain hook activity ability. That is pretty much an ability that is going to allow you to move your towers around the map. So if I drop that monkey here, I click on this, I can grab that monkey and I can just move it whenever there is some free room, and I can just redeploy it, in this case like this. Now this tower, so this ability does not work on certain towers, namely it doesn't work on aces, it doesn't work on helis, it doesn't work on temples, so the fourth and the fifth upgrade, and then it doesn't work on farms and villages. So you can move whatever at the tower, but you cannot move aces, helis, farms, villages, and temples. Yeah, Now with the 5th upgrade, you keep exactly the same characteristics, but the only thing that it's added is, as I showed you earlier on, the marine. That in this case you can drop it whenever the heli is flying, and the marine though is gonna do a pretty high amount of damage. So here I'm gonna just spawn 100 mobs, for example, so you can see the damage on the marine. And this is an insane amount of damage. Just one tower versus 100 mobs. Yes, is mobs set in rank 1, but nonetheless it's pretty good. And the marine is gonna last a lot, so the ability itself lasts. So the marine is gonna stay there until the cooldown, the total cooldown, reaches 75%. So at 3/4 the marine is gonna expire. So that's a very long active period. And yeah, so that's the 5th upgrade. Then the bottom path instead, you gain again utility, but you gain as well damage. So you gain first attack speed, then you gain projectile speed, then you gain this mob shove effect that is pretty much like a downdraft effect, so a blowback effect, but instead of doing it to Bloons, so to ceramics, you do it to mob class Bloons. Now this effect, oops, not 100, just one. Now this effect occurs infinitely on a mob and on a BFB, so you can impair completely the speed of these Bloons. You can see the BFB here like not moving, and now Zomagods and DDTs can only be slowed. So you can see here the Zomagod, I'm only slowing it like a glue effect. See, that's the normal speed of the Zomagod, that's slowed. And also DDTs, of course, remember you need to have Camo Detection to slow down DDTs. So like that. And you can see that also DDTs are only slowed. Now the mob shove has a pretty like range, so there is a certain range around the heli at which the effect is gonna proc. Now when there are more than one mob class in the screen, this effect starts to be a little different. So in this case 2 mobs, you can see that the effect is proccing alternately between one mob and the other one. So it's proccing a little bit on one mob, then a little bit on the other mob, and therefore in this way you can see that the mobs are able to slowly push through and get through the heli. Now this effect of course happens also with BFBs. Of course, because BFBs are a lot slower, they're gonna move like the mobs but in like a slow motion, so just like that. Instead with the Zomagods, this effect does not proc alternately on the 2 Bloons. In this case you can see that, oh, it's procking. Okay, so I think they fixed that. But yeah, before this 11.0 patch, this effect only procced on one Zomagod, so it didn't alternate between them. So now I'm curious to see if it happens as well for DDTs. So let's see, 2 DDTs. Yeah, DDTs are just too fast, so you cannot see the effect proccing alternately, but that, yeah, here we go. Okay, so they have fixed that, so never mind. Now with the 4th and 5th upgrade, that's when you keep still the mob shove effect on the main heli, but you gain the damage because you gain the Comanches, and the Comanches do a lot of damage. So with the 4th upgrade, you just call them every like a certain amount of seconds, especially once in a round whenever there are a lot of Bloons coming out. Instead, with the 5th upgrade, you have the Comanches permanently. And so yeah, you keep still the mob shoving effect plus the damage of the Comanches. So depending on what you really need the heli for, you may go with the different paths. Now the path I really like a lot is, well, of course, the first one, so the Apache Dart Ship, because you just gain the pursuit mode that is very, very nice. So in that way you don't have to get the heli moving, and normally you're gonna get this heli 402, and then if you can't, getting it 502. And so you're gonna need Camo Detection, so you have either to use a village to give it, or you have to like reveal Camo Bloons with some other towers, and that's the Apache Prime. Then of course you can also go with the Comanche Commander. Now this has been nerfed through the patches, and now it's not as strong as it was at the beginning. But yeah, that's another way how you can do still quite some damage, so not as much as the Apache Prime, but some damage. And you also have the mob shoving effect, that is not bad as well. Now the middle path, I just recommend whenever you need it to have the downdraft effect, just like that. Now get support chain hook only if you need to move towers around. So if you really need, like for example in muddy puddles, sometimes in chimps you need to move the towers. So to move the perma spike, you need to move your main sources of damage, and that's where really the chain hook activity ability is cool. You still keep the downdraft effect, so it's like supporting, but you can also move towers around. And now I didn't say it earlier, but the second activity ability that you gain is these crates, and you're gonna get alternately cash and lives crates. So here, if I just reset it, you can see that I'm getting lives. So I can place here, so you can see coins, then here lives, and that's gonna be just alternating. So you're gonna get cash and lives alternately. Now the fifth upgrade, it sounds very cool because you could see like a lot of damage, activity ability lasting very long, and so on. But the bad thing is that you don't have the range. Now the cool thing about the heli is that it can fly everywhere, right? But with the activated ability, you're just forced to this range. So look here, the marine range, that's a lot smaller than having global range. So despite the fact that the marine is pretty efficient and you have a lot of damage, it lasts for a very long time, it's not as good as the Apache Prime, and also the Comanche. There's also more damage because of the fact that it's gonna be custom damage, and the heli like covers the entire map. So yeah, that's it. So that's my heli guide. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.